few different more home ports just to see the different demographics and things like that. And I've done 7 days for a long time, so I wanted to see the different lengths of days. So since April, I've done 5 different classes of ship, done 5 different home ports. I've done everything from 3 days to 15-day cruises, covered everything in between that. So I've got I've done it where I wanted a lot of experience. So I move around quite a lot. So I kind of cover the 2-month vacations. So I've been on here for coming up to 2 months. So we've got a 5-day cruise after this. I leave after that one, the 28th of October, and I fly. They fly me home for 6 days, which I'm happy about because I get to meet my new nephew, Jonah. That's amazing. Yeah, very excited. And then I fly to Miami, and I'll be on the Carnival Horizon from the 5th of November till like the 4th of February. And then after that, I don't know. I will see Kendall, hopefully when I get to Miami. She's going to be in Miami training at the studios for her new ship, which is the Jubilee. Yes, so she will be the first female American cruise director to ever take out a brand new ship. So we're very excited for her. If you've ever cruised with Kindle Fire, then she is absolutely amazing. And then I don't know what I'm doing after that. They'll tell me what I'm doing after that one. We get married, she'll tell me, yeah, for sure. We get married, we are due to get married on the 21st of September in 2025. She wants to get married on the 21st of September because her favourite song is Earth, Wind & Fire, September. So it's Do You Remember the 21st night of September, which works for me because that's an easy anniversary to remember. It's also, that's the day that she considers us starting to date. So that's the same anniversary. That's amazing for me as well. But she wants to get married in a castle in England. Yeah, I've got a feeling maybe 6 years ago when we met, to try and impress her, I might have told her that I was related to the royal family. And now I dare not tell her that I'm not. So we've got 2 years, a couple of contracts to do that we're going to do. 2 years, and then we will, after the 2 years when we get married, we've said that it will be 8 years that we've done this long distance thing. So we've said that come 2025, when we get married, we want to be together all the time. And whether that is they build a ship big enough for 2 cruise directors, or we do some special cruises as a double act. Depends what the guests want. But if not, we will sail off into the sunset and we'll find out whatever cruise directors do when they're not on ships. I've no idea. Thank you, my dad. Thank you. Excellent.
Yeah, Everett from Salamanca, New York.
Nice to meet you.
I was going to ask you about you and your future wife.
Yes?
Is there anything you haven't said?
What haven't I said? We have a podcast. So we started a podcast in our last vacation. It's called Talking Ship. And we just kind of talk about all the crazy stuff that's happened on cruise ships and different things that we talk about as cruise directors. That's been great fun. We love doing that. What else haven't I said? She's amazing. She's beautiful. She is, in my opinion, she's the best cruise director in the fleet. I'm second, yeah, of course. But she always says, everyone always comes up to me and says, Kindle's my favourite. And I'm like, me too. But I'm her favourite, so it levels it out. But yeah, so like I said, we're getting, hopefully the 21st is at 7 days. In a couple of years, it's on a weekend, so that's why she wants to get married then. So I've got 2 years to save up, and she's got 2 years to back out. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I hope not too. I hope not. I'm a lucky man. Where are you, Oliver? Hello.
Hey, Larry from Los Angeles.
Hello, Larry.
So I'm curious about the Fun Squad and how they're assigned their activities throughout the cruise. Is there like a track A, a track B, a track C that they fall into? Or is the schedule just made day by day?
So we tend to make the schedules that we get so the entertainment director will like put out what we call the grids. And the grids are like what all the different venues are, whether it's music or dance classes or all the different sets for the music. And then we'll put the entertainment stuff from the Fun Squad in where it fits to keep guests entertained throughout the day. Some cruise directors that I've worked with in the past, some cruise directors that the Fun Squad work with, tend to have certain people do certain activities. I like the Fun Squad to do everything so that they're all trained up and ready in the event that we need them to do anything that they need to do. There's 2 like senior positions as Fun Squad. One is bingo, because it's heavy on revenue. and the other one is the comedy club, because it's looking after your own lounge, making sure everything's sorted in there, and so forth and that. So I tend to mix everything up. When they come on as new Fun Squad, we kind of double them up, so they shadow all the different activities and things like that. But personally, when I was a Fun Squad, I like to mix things up, because we do a lot of the same stuff week in, week out. So I think it's important to give them a bit of variety, and then it doesn't get like too melodical kind of thing. So we kind of mix it up all around. But they all, I like, where we can, we'll put a couple on each thing so they can play off each other. Learn to host as a twosome, as well as individual hosting, and it goes from there really. So yeah, it's all good. Ollie, sweet potato.
I don't even have to introduce myself.
No, you don't.
Wow, sweet potato from Dep 2. If you haven't been there yet. I have a 3-part question.
Well, it's $5 for an extra question, so have at it.
I thought it was 2 for $5, last day of the cruise.
No specials in here.
Well, forget about it. The first question is, where did you get the wig?
The wig?
Yep.
But this is my own hair, what are you talking about? That wig? Oh, that's when Joey had hair. Yeah, that was the good old days. I think that was like 2017, 18. Yeah, 2018, 19, that one. What I will say is, it looks great from the front, but if you were to take that picture from the back, there is very little hair at the back there. So we kind of just embraced it. I learned that God gave only a certain amount of people perfectly shaped heads, everybody else got hair. That's what I learned.
Great answer.
Bald people to the end. We love it. We love it.
The next question is, what was your life before cruise ships? What was your background?
So, my background is hospitality. So, from the age of 15, I was forced by my mother to get a job. And she had heard, she was a teacher, both my parents are teachers. My sister's a teacher. I've got 4 aunts and uncles that are teachers as well. Yeah, it's great. So, they obviously went into further education, stuff like that. I went to university, but it was not for me. I spent 3 months at university, and I was like, it's just not going in, this is just not me. So I went to university in Liverpool, I stayed in Liverpool, but when I was 15, my mum made me get a job, and I was a host in a restaurant, and then I became a server, and I absolutely loved it. As soon as just meeting lots of different people, getting to all that stuff, and I'm big on atmosphere. So I managed restaurants for a long time, I managed hotels, restaurants, bars, and then in 2014 I opened my own bar. I had a music bar in Middlesbrough, where I'm from. It was called Sticky Fingers. It's the name of a Rolling Stones album. So it was like we did live music, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. But I was working 6 days a week, 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., and it was killing me off. And I found that whenever I went on vacation, I was always on the phone. Whenever I came back, the guests were always like, oh, it's not the same when you're not here. And I felt guilty, and I was always there. And I got to 30, and I decided I need to do something different. Midlife crisis is what happened. And I knew a girl that was a dancer on Carnival, and she said to me, listen, you want to give it a go? She said, there's a role that I think you'd be amazing at. So I came on board. Like I said, never been on a cruise ship. I came on, my first ship was the Carnival Liberty out of Port Canaveral, and I joined March 13th, I think it was, and it was 3 and 4 day cruises. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever done 3 and 4 day cruises. They are the boozy cruises. Yes, they are the party cruises. And I got on in March, which I quickly found out was spring break. Yeah, I learned a lot that first few cruises, I'll tell you that for free. But I think that because I was always involved in, like, atmosphere has always been I've mentioned it to a couple of people, atmosphere has always been a big thing for me. And if I'm like in a party and I can see everyone having a good time, and if there's one person that doesn't seem like they're having a good time, that's all I can concentrate on. I need to see that person smiling, otherwise I feel like I need to get everybody involved. Like in my bars, I always had long tables where it was like communal, so everyone would sit together, and I've always been big on atmosphere. And I believe, personally, anybody between the age of 15 and 21 should spend at least 6 months working in hospitality or customer service. I think the skills that you learn, being able to talk to different people from different areas, different ages and stuff like that. It really gives you a really good skill set of talking to people, especially these days with social media and stuff like that. I think it's important that human connection is something that kids learn today. So having it's essential, to be honest, and it set me up well. My granddad always used to say to me, be able to talk to kings and paupers alike. So that's what I try and do. I try and bring them to my level, and we'll go from my level. But yeah. Was there another question, or are you done?
The third question.
All right.
We have a big bus.
A big what now?
Bus.
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 Bus, right.
Bus.
Yeah.
Can we come to the wedding?
Yeah. Listen, I said to Kindle, I said, why don't we just have it on a ship, invite 4,000 people, and tell everybody to bring us $100 as a gift? Like, we can set ourselves up for life right now. But yeah, the amount of people that want to come, we might do a live stream. You never know. The guest list is getting ridiculous. Because as well, we have a lot of cruise director friends. So just the thought of having a wedding with like 9 other cruise directors is just an absolute nightmare. But it'll be entertaining for sure. But yeah, we'll see if we can get you on the bus. That's a long drive from New York to England. Who have you got at the back there, Ollie?
Judy from New Jersey.
Hey, Judy.
Hi. Yesterday you mentioned that the ship was in sort of dry dock to be refurbished from Costa to Carnival. What exactly did Carnival do to make it its own, other than put its name on the bow and not put flukes on the funnel?
Yeah, I know, the funnel's a thing, innit? Everyone always mentions the funnel, we not have the wings. I know, no whale tail on this ship, no. We can have fun without the funnel though, don't worry. Yeah, so basically, this ship was created by Costa to do cruises over in Asia, okay? So the Asian demographic, that's why there's a lot more like shaded area on the Lido deck. That's why this Lido deck is very different to any other Carnival ship you'll see. There's a lot of shading because there's a lot of like, they like the roof closed, they like it shaded areas. On deck 5, where the El Viaggio restaurant is, that was a massive area of shops. Just like, it was all shops. Like high-end boutiques, things like that from designers and all sorts. So they ripped out like 9 different shops to put in the restaurant. And they also, that was the main difference on that deck 5 promenade. Because again, there's a few more, we do more entertainment on Carnival than they do on Costa. They also implemented the atrium. They changed. There was like an area in the atrium that was a bit more seating area. They took that out so we could have the parties in there. The restaurants pretty much stayed the same. Theatre stayed the same. Obviously the funnel got painted, but it still has the. Yeah, I don't understand why it has the yellow sea. I'm gonna go up and paint. I'm gonna go up with some Sharpies. I'm gonna go paint it tomorrow. Right, and then. There was like a big shaded area at the back on the Lido, and then they took that out, and that's why our Lido at the back is kind of more like the Lido that you would see in the midship on other ships. And then apart from that, it's pretty much, we put Guy's Burgers in, we put the Tomodoro Burrito in, and the Lido, the back of the Lido changed to put another buffet in as well. So that's pretty much all the things. Less shops, more food. Everyone's like, yep. Okay.
This is Rich from New Jersey.
Hey, Rich.
I appreciate very much your story on how you got in this. Is there actually any training for a cruise director, like having a mini training?
Does it look like it? So you kind of like, it's very much learn on the job. This job is very personality based. I have no qualifications. Kids stay in school, get qualifications. Life is a lot easier when you have qualifications. But you kind of learn on the job. There's nothing that can prepare you for this. Cruise directors come from many different backgrounds. We have cruise directors, if anyone sailed with Todd, T to the O to the double T, he was a playlist cast performer. So was Chris the Flying Scotsman. He was a playlist cast performer. They came out and switched over to cruise director. My fiancée Kindle, she has a degree in leisure and tourism. Quite a few people come from that. Some people come from like a theatre studies or drama background. And like I say, I just come from pubs. That's all I did. But it's a lot of learning on the job, I'll be honest with you. And as long as you got a personality that sort of like, you can be welcoming, upbeat, you can have a good laugh. Some cruise directors are very, very different. That's what I like about this job is the ship can be the same, the activities can be the same, but cruise directors are different from ship to ship. Some are very talented when it comes to dancing. I am not. Some are talented when it comes to singing and stuff like that. I'm a joke guy. I like the sound of laughter more than anything in the world. So yeah, many different. And as you come up with as Fun Squad, you sort of learn all the things. You watch these different cruise directors. You find your way. And I learned. My first cruise director, I was very lucky. My first cruise director was Chris Donkey Salazar. Has anyone cruised with Donkey before? Yeah. Donkey's my boy. And then my second cruise director was Mike Pack. Very different cruise directors. And then my third cruise director was the legend that is Matt Mitchum. Oh. Yes. Now, Matt Mitchum is no longer with us. He's not dead, he's just moved on. But I learned from Matt that, because some of the cruise directors I would see kind of almost had a character that they played on stage. I'm too old to fake it. This is it. What you see is what you get with me. And I learned from Matt that you could be yourself on stage and that's, you know, just find a way to integrate the different events into your personality. So that's the kind of thing that I'm doing, but no qualifications are needed. If you've got a mouth, you're good. Keep going. No matter what it sounds like, clearly. So yeah. Good question though. Hello, who have we got at the back there?
Hi, my name's Terry from Connecticut.
Hi Terry.
We talked earlier, but my question is, on deck 11 we were walking the halls, and the cabin hallways are thinner than on deck 2. Am I nuts or am I right?
No, you're right. Oh, she's just hit her husband. All right. I'm sorry, sir. I think I might have just lost you a bet. Yes. So we have a lot of our ADA cabins are down on deck 2. So for wheelchairs, scooters, things like that, it's a little wider. Now on this ship as well, they are a little. How can I say it? They are a little. Some of the corridors are a little thinner. Some of the spaces between tables are a little tighter. Again, that's because this ship was designed for the Asian demographic. Okay, you got me on that one. All right, amazing.
How you doing? This is Pedro from New Jersey.
Hey, Pedro.
My first question would be, as a director or any staff, you guys have benefits and stuff like that? Or you just, like if you get sick or anything happens, what's the procedure for you guys?
So yeah, so we're all covered insurance-wise. We're all covered while we're under contract. I actually, in 2019, I was on the Carnival Vista. We did a sail away party, and I snapped my Achilles tendon.
Oh,
yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. So I was completely looked after. I walked down to the medical centre. Stupid. And then they sorted me out. When we got to our first port of call, they flew me home. All my medical was paid for, and they paid me throughout when I was on medical leave. I actually got signed back on. I was very excited to get signed back on and come back to work. It took me just over 8 months for the rehab of the ankle. It was a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. And I got signed on March 16th, 2020. Just as the world went to sleep. So I was out for from August 2019 to July 2021. I was out. So yeah. So we also get benefits of bringing families on board. So if you have your own cabin, then you can have a family member come and stay in the cabin for a very reasonable price of around about just under $10 a day. Anyone want to join my family? Yeah. But I'll tell you this, when my parents come on board, ain't no way they're staying in my cabin. And then we can book cabins for family. We also get guest privileges, so we can go and eat in the restaurants and things like that. When we're in port of call, we can go out and enjoy the port of call. We can get excursions, we can do all that stuff. There is a time, we have a thing called port manning, which is we have to have a certain amount of crew members on board for the safety procedures in port. So we rotate that through the crew members. So there'll be maybe 1 week in 4 that you have to stay on board during the ports of call. So you're doing your safety duties. But yeah, we get all sorts. We can buy stocks at discounted prices and things like that. They look after us. It's good.
Now another question I got. Is there any age limit requirements?
No. No, not to my knowledge. The oldest team member I've ever met was 64.
Where do I sign?
And he'd been with the company for 31 years. 31 years, yeah, amazing. Legend. Jerome, absolute legend he is. But yeah, so no age limit. I always say we have a few, especially in like playlists, we have a few people that come on board as the dancers and singers that maybe are like 18, 19. Personally, I think that's a little young. I think you need to get, because you're away from home, if you've never been on a ship before, you've never lived away from home before, coming on board, it's very overwhelming. So I think if there's anyone in college and stuff like that, I would recommend doing college, learn to live away from home for a little bit, and then if you want to get involved, come around 21, 22, because then you can enjoy all aspects. If you know what I mean. Because we have some Australian, it's weird because when the Australians come, I knew 2 girls on a cruise ship that were 19 and they were Australian. So back home, they could drink because it's 18 in Australia, 18 in England. And on board they couldn't. And it was like, they were like absolutely devastated because they've been drinking for, in Australia I think they start drinking around about 12, just to practice. So you're ready at 18. And so it was a big culture shock for those guys. So I would recommend get some experience living away from home, learn to like live that way away from family and stuff like that, and then come on board and do it. But yeah, no age limits. Anyone wants to come and get involved? Come get involved. It's craziness. Oliver? Hello.
New York.
Hey, Pamela from New York.
Okay, and what I wanted to ask you is, where are the low budget shops? You know, usually they would have shops outside with the t-shirts and all of this. I can't spend $200 every time I go in the store.
Freeport, there was a lot of,
Yeah, but I'm talking about on the ship. At the end of the ship, they always had people set up outside with nice sales. Y'all don't have that here. You want me to go buy a Gucci bag? I can't do that.
So hang on, you're not talking about on the ship, you're talking about off the ship.
I'm talking on the ship.
Oh, on the ship.
Yes.
Oh, we've got the fun shops.
They don't got nothing that I can afford.
Well, they've got no good deals going on.
Only thing I bought out of there was a shopping bag for $2. No, they deals are not good. I'm used to them having people outside, they have like really nice deals. $10 for this, $15 for this.
So, go in the store. They still have the same deals, but you've just got, because the atrium is set up differently, and I know what you mean, other shops, they have like the tables out front and they have all the stores in there.
Yes.
Because of the space on this ship, we can't do that, but you still have the deals inside. So go in the deals, tell them Joey sent you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell I'm ready to get it.
Don't leave now, you get bingo. Yeah, no, they still do like the 5 foot, the fun shops. Sometimes on the first day, it might have been on the first day to be honest. They do the 5 for whatever it is, and they do the 2 t-shirts for 20.
Okay, but my second question is,
Go on.
well, first of all, it's a statement. You dance very well.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't learn how to dance so well. And where did you start? Were you in England?
Yeah, listen, I like to call my dancing rhythmic spasms. I think that's the best way to describe it. So when I came on board, and this is God's honest truth, when I came on board, it's very overwhelming when you first come on board, and I'd never been on a cruise ship, and I watched the sailaway party, and I presumed, when everyone like started doing the electric slide, or the cha-cha slide, or the wobble, I presumed that everyone had like organised this, and it was like a flash mob, and some videos had been sent out, and dance classes had been sent out to all the guests to come and do it. Turns out, y'all do that all the time. I was awful at it all. And to the point where, and this is true, I had to have a beautiful team member who's now in charge of all content on board, Janelle. Janelle had to have private lessons with me to teach me the wobble. Seriously, that's how bad I was. And you just got to get into it. And I now take the philosophy of, I'm not the best dancer. It takes me ages to learn the dance moves. But if I'm willing to put myself out there, there may be one person in the audience that may not feel like they're the best dancer, but if they can see me doing it, they'll get into it. And at the end of the day, you just got to pretend like no one's watching you. That's the key. I just do a lot of, if in doubt, just shake your booty. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Who have we got over there?
Hi, I'm Lynn Morrison, and I'm from Ontario, Canada.
Canada in the house!
I've gone on 17 cruises, and I've loved every one of them, but I'm curious if you've done a lot of different places, and which is your favorite?
So, favourite ships is something that I think is weird, because I'm more of like experiences kind of guy. So, to me, a ship is a ship. They all have cabins, they all have bars, they all have restaurants. Theatre may be different, but there's always a stage. And as long as the seats are full and I've got smiling faces in front of me, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I would say the Horizon has a very special place in my heart because that's where I met my fiance. I have to say I would say the Panorama has a very special place in my heart as well because that's where I did my first contract.
Oh.
I also love the Magic, the Dream class ships, so the Magic, the Dream and the Breeze. I think that's like the perfect size ship. I think it's like around about 3,500 guests. It's a really nice, it's like between a Vista class ship and between like a Conquest class ship. So it's easy to get back and forth. There's lots of venues to be able to utilise, and it's just it's a good size ship. I've done little ships that I loved when it comes to like getting to know crew members, because on a little ship there's less crew members. So say we've got 1,400 crew members on here. If you're on a ship with like 800 to 900 crew members, you tend to become more of a bit of a family, because sometimes on these big ships, you'll see someone and you'll be like, hey, welcome aboard, and they'll be like, I've been here 4 months. It's like, oh, sorry. So, yeah, it's...
Have you been on the Celebration?
I have not, no.
Oh.
Did you like that one?
I've been on there.
What do you think?
And my next cruise is on the Panorama, so I'm glad to hear that it's a nice ship.
It's a beautiful ship. And it's a
I've
great
been on
run.
the Magic.
My favourite...
You name it, I've been on it.
My favourite one on the Panorama, my favourite reason about the Panorama was, we did the Mexican Riviera cruise, and we did Puerto Vallarta, which is a beautiful port call, and it was 8 a.m. till 8 p.m, so it was a real long day. So I got to play golf every Tuesday. So that was a highlight. If I could get off a ship and play golf, I will get off a ship and play golf. Thank you for your question, though. Who else we got? Hands up if you've got a question. Oh, we've got someone over here. Up top, shout it!
I'm coming, Linda. Listen, Linda. I'm
He's coming. I've got a feeling she doesn't need it, Ollie. First cruise.
I will be retiring January 1st.
Congratulations.
This is a taste of reality, new life.
Yes.
I will be cruising real soon.
Excellent.
I would like to know what is the best cruise to take.
So if you're doing a lot, I would definitely put a Hawaiian cruise on your list. I've never done one, but I've heard they are absolutely incredible. I would also say Alaska. Alaska's a beautiful one.
Will they be leaving for my January 1st gift over my new life?
Are you looking for, you want me to buy you a cruise for your
No,
retirement?
sir. I'm my own.
Good for you. So, yeah, I would say Alaskan cruises are amazing. If you're looking for a party cruise, maybe not, the Alaskan cruise won't tick the box for your party cruise, but it will be a stunning, stunning experience. So definitely put that one on your list. I would say Mexican Riviera is great. We did last cruise, we did a 15-day cruise, and we did, which was called a Journeys cruise. So I'd definitely put some Journeys cruise on the list. We did St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Aruba, Barbados, Grand Turk, and Curacao in that one. It was amazing. It was a 15-day cruise, 7 ports. It was fabulous. So the long ones are great as well. And I'd throw in the odd, seeing as you want to enjoy your retirement, throw in the odd 4-day, just to have a good party. Yeah? Well, enjoy your retirement, my darling. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you on many more cruises. Who have we got, Ollie?
Hi, Joey.
Hello.
My name's Terry. I'm from Massachusetts.
Hey, Terry.
What kind of cabin do you have?
What kind of cabin do I have? All right, so.
Do you have a suite?
I'll be honest, I've never been in a guest cabin, so I don't know what cabins you have. Now, I have been told on this ship, in your showers, do you have doors or curtains? Doors. Okay. That's one person said curtain. Unlucky. You're the only person with a curtain. We have curtains. They attack you on the daily. So my cabin. So basically, the cabin situation for crew members, we have deck 0 where you got off the ship. There's cabins all the way along deck 0, and then on deck A and deck B, which are underneath. At the front of the ship, all the way up the front, we have crew cabins as well. Now we have the crew cabins all the way at the front of the ship because the front of the ship, when we're moving, that's the bit that really, really moves. So we're basically all the way behind the stage, there's cabins all the way up. Now, cabins tend to be divided up in like departments wise. So like all entertainment at the back here, so the commute to work is 30 seconds. And then like all the other departments like restaurant, bar, housekeeping tend to be all across the middle of the ship from front to back. Spa tends to be up at the top on deck 10. I live on deck 5, so just through this door here. Don't go through that door, but just through this door here. The senior officers live on deck 5 wrapped round. Okay, so just round this stage. You walk into my cabin, I'll give you a little taster. So you walk into my cabin. Normally crew members share cabins, 2 to a cabin. If you do night shifts, like there'll be 4 to a cabin, 2 beds, and then if you're on day shift, you will sleep in there during the night, and then if you're on the night shift, you sleep in there during the day, and they switch it over. That's a joke. Everyone gets their own cabin. Chill out, everyone. Chill out. So you walk into my cabin door is always open, so you throw the cabin open. I've got a couple of closets here that are full of ridiculous amounts of clothes, and then here I've got a door. You walk into my bedroom. I've got a nice little double bed there, and then you walk in. We've got a bathroom with the vanity there, and then I have a bath. Yeah, I have a bath and a shower there as well. Now the Fun Squad don't have baths, but they are. My bath is available to rent. $5 gets you an hour. Shampoo and conditioner is additional prices. And Oliver likes me to read him stories while he's in the bath. It's a weird situation, but that's what we do. So then, also, further down the corridor, I have like my office area, because I hold meetings in there for the Fun Squad and that. So I've got a little couch that turned into a bed. I've also got like my computer, my desk, and all my cupboards in there. The best cabin on board is on deck 8, right next to the bridge. That's the captain's cabin. So you walk into the captain's cabin. He's got his bedroom with like a king-size bed. He's got his jacuzzi in there. You walk through. He's got his cinema room, his games room. He's got a two-car garage and a lawn area. It's beautiful. But yeah, captain lives near the bridge, and then all the other senior officers on that side. But the best thing about my cabin is, right, so I'm on this side of the ship, and the window is in front of my desk, so I'm on my computer all the time, and the window is like a one-way window, okay? So I can look out, but when you look into it, it just looks like a mirror. And it's a really nice place, especially when we're sailing out for the picture of the Statue of Liberty. So whenever I'm at my computer, I always see people coming up to the window and being like, just getting ready for the selfies, and I'm just behind the window going, hey, hey, and all that. And in my book, the thing that I learned the hard way about this, when it's dark and I've got my lights on inside, they can see in. Found that out the hard way. Someone went to guest services to complain that the cruise director was making announcements just in his underpants. I was like, yeah, that was me. But yeah, nice cabins, we're all looked after. En-suites, every cabin has an en-suite, so you share a bathroom. I must admit, I do kind of miss being in, like, because when I was Fun Squad, we were all on the same corridor, we were all like roommates, and it was like a college dorm situation, and I kind of miss that atmosphere, but yeah, I have my own little space up there, and it's all good. Thank you. Ollie?
Si, senor.
Where are you?
Hey, Joey.
Where are you? Oh, hi.
Hi. My name is Belinda, and I'm from San Francisco, California. So a couple of things. Since you've given us so many jokes, can I tell you a joke?
Yes, you can. Is it clean?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. And then I have a question after that. Okay. The joke is, why did the geometry teacher stay home?
I don't know. Why did the geometry teacher stay home?
Because she sprained her ankle. You're welcome.
I like that.
I'm not cruise director.
I like that. I'll be honest with you, when you said geometry, I thought, I'm not going to get this. Oh no, but I do get that. I know what an angle is. Amazing, amazing. And I now know what a geometry teacher is, so thank you for that.
So, Joey, if you had one day on a cruise and you were able to switch roles with anybody, what would it be?
Stand-up comedian. Absolutely, any day of the week, I would switch with. Not only do they work an hour and a half a day, which is fabulous. Just that is what. If I could do anything else, it would be a stand. I can't even begin to tell you. And it gets, for some reason, it overwhelms me with emotion when I talk about it. The sound of laughter, it just does something to me. Honestly, it's just. I think it's the most pure way to show emotion, because it can get you to the point of tears. And when kids laugh, it just fills me with joy. And when old people laugh, when I can get an old person to laugh at like a bit of a cheeky joke or something like that, it's just absolutely magical to me. And my aim in life, so last cruise when we did the 15-dayer, it was my birthday on the 10th of October, so we celebrate my birthday on the cruise. And Libra. And when I was 36, I wrote a list of things to do before I was 37. On that list were buy an engagement ring and propose to my girlfriend. That happened. The second one was to start a podcast. That happened. And the third one was to write and perform a 30-minute adult-only stand-up gig. And because we had so many days last cruise, I got to do that the day before my birthday. So I write a lot of material. I love writing jokes. I'm constantly writing jokes. Every morning I do 20 minutes of writing, and then the next day I go back to it and edit it down. I've got a 30-minute PG show, and I've got a 30-minute adult show. To be a comedian on board, you need two adult shows and one PG show. So if I could, I would tell jokes every single minute of every single day. That is what I would do. And the comedians as well, they come on as like fly-on entertainers. So they get to enjoy all the things that the guests enjoy throughout the cruise. So you'll probably see the comedians around. They can do what the guests do, and then they do their shows in the evening, and that just sounds like a perfect life to me. So yeah, good question. I've never been asked that. Excellent question. Thank you. What's my best joke? Clean one. My best clean joke. There's so many going through my head right now. So I like the ones the kids give me. A little girl, I think I've told this one as well already. A little girl out of New York it was, she told me the joke, why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road? Because it got stuck in a crack. That is brilliant. My niece has started telling jokes, and she loves knock-knock jokes. Do you have knock-knock jokes in America? You know those ones? So her favourite knock-knock joke that I told her at the moment is, knock-knock. A little old lady. I didn't know you could yodel. A little old lady. I love that one. I love that one. And just daft jokes. Honestly, and I love. I've been trying to write a joke in the morning show today. I did a thing about the UK-US line, so based on town names and city names in America and England and how they're all weird and different. And I've been trying to write a bit about that. I've also been working on a bit at the moment about my fiance's closet and how it resembles a Macy's to the point where there's like attendants in there and there's someone that sprays with it with perfume, and so I've been working on something like that for the last few days. I also like writing parodies, so I love changing the lyrics of songs to. I did the country song. Does anyone guess that groove? Yeah. So I did the country. I do a country one, and I've got another one that if we've got time, I'll. Ooh, are we starting at 1? We're starting at 1. All right, I'll do it for you quickly. So, this started off, I was once asked to be best man for my best friend in the world, Dominic, who I've known since I was 1 year old. And he asked me to be his best man, and he married this beautiful lady called Rebecca. And she had a Disney theme running through the wedding, all right? So, me and Dom have always loved writing stupid little songs that we used to make up. So I wanted to integrate that into my best man speech. So I basically did like a 20-minute speech and then tied it all together with a song, a parody of Let It Go from Frozen. This was like in the height of Frozen. Let It Go from Frozen, and it was, someone recorded it, it was called Best Man Joe. It went, Best Man Joe says hello. It's ridiculous. And someone recorded it and it went online like back in 2014 and it absolutely blew up. It was insane. It was on Good Morning America. It was on in Australia, in Japan they used it. It was crazy. So you can find it online if you just search Best Man Joe. But that gave me ideas to start writing parodies, and I wanted to write one about a cruise ship. And so I wrote one to, has anyone seen Moana? Yeah. Seen Moana? So I wrote one to You're Welcome from Moana. It's not an easy one, I'll tell you that. But I'll do it now, and it's not finished, but I've been working on it for a while. So it goes like this. It goes, I see what's happening here. You've had a great vacation, now you're sad. You don't even know how to feel. It's adorable. Your next vacation now you must arrange. You all came on board looking thin. And then you hit the buffet. It's free, just dig in. I know, it's a lot. The booze, the food, and then the safety briefing kill the mood. So what can I say except you're welcome for the fabulous cruise we've had. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. It's back to work, but please don't be too mad. You're welcome, you're welcome. Alright, this is the hard bit. So, honestly, I can go on and on. I can explain all departments phenomenons. Shorex, the chef, the spa, and all the guys that serve you at the bar. The lead or team, they fill up your guts. Drinking your cocktails out of coconuts. Want a pizza, why not get takeaway? Put on £10 before you leave for sail away. In the dining room team even sing. Treat you like you're a queen or a king. Housekeeping team, they make everything happen. A smile on their face and their features a tippity tap. Hap, hap, hey! That's all I got. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, that is my parody song. I've noticed we've still got quite a big line there. Ollie, if you want to get some people from that side of the lounge, we've got a clear side on this side. They're doing final sales? Oh, they're doing the redemption today on Ollie. Alright, we've got a couple more minutes so we can keep on talking. Now, tonight's a big night as well, everyone. We've got The World Works here. Is our show tonight at 7:30. It's a fabulous show. We get to celebrate all the different nationalities that work throughout the Carnival Cruise industry. It's amazing. We have a big flag ceremony, and the Playlist Cast Performance will be serenading you with their beautiful sounds for that one. And we've got comedy in here tonight at 9:30, so you can come and check that out as well. And we have a big farewell party in the atrium as well. Now, while we're just doing the last few sales, does anyone have any more questions? We can hit a few more questions. You got one? That is me. That's the second one I did. So that's Joey with a lot of hair right there. Listen, I embrace it now. I love it. It's so much easier. I don't have to wash it. I do though. I do wash it. Do we have any more questions? We can do it as we're just finishing off these sales.
Sure. Just a quick one about when you make announcements.
Yes.
Sometimes you make the same announcement over and over and over and over because it's going, go to deck 0 and you can leave. Go to deck 0.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pre-record one and then they can play it throughout?
I wish I could. No. I can't. I do them all. So there's 3 places I can do announcements: guest services, my cabin, or the bridge. That's where they all go. And so I'm always there. I'll run to my cabin, make the announcement, and do all that crazy stuff like that. I've messed it up a few times on an announcement. So I play tricks on a lot of crew members. I love messing with people. And so when I was on the Panorama, the entertainment director, I really used to mess with. Like, I used to collect all the glitter. This is such a stupid, childish thing to do. But I used to collect all the confetti from the shows, and I used to put it in a bucket, and I used to put it in a bed, like every single weekend, just cover a bed in confetti. And so she once got a fart machine, and she hid the fart machine in the top drawer of my desk. So this one day, she was like, "You need to go and make announcements for water shuttles." And water shuttles is a lot of announcements. And so I'm doing the announcements, and I'm like, "Okay, if you have water shuttle passport," and you can just hear in the background. And I'm like, "Hell is going on here?" And honestly, it was for 5 different announcements. It was just going on and going on and going on. It was ridiculous. So yeah, some things, and sometimes I'll start saying something, and then I'll be like, wait, no, I'm talking about the wrong thing. But yeah, I just kind of go with it. Some people get really upset if they mess things up. I just keep smiling and move on with it, for sure. Did you have a question over here? You had a baby in your hand a minute ago. Where's that baby going? Oh, okay. What have you done with that baby? What's your question? How many outfits do I? A ridiculous amount. Honestly, I would say, if someone said to me, what's the best and the worst thing? The best thing is the people. The worst thing is changing clothes so many times. It drives me insane. I would wear the same outfit all day long if I could. But yeah, normally C days is a heavy one. Probably 5 times on a C day. If we've got like an 80s party, or Halloween was a bit ridiculous this cruise. I think it was like 7 times I changed outfits on that day. But yeah, my cabin is an absolute state. Honestly, I've got a floor robe, just all my clothes on the floor. My housekeeping team member, he walks in, he's like, can I clean? I was like, you do not want to come in here, my friend. You have never seen anything like this. It's ridiculous. But yeah, and I'm starting to panic a little bit because I have a 5-day cruise coming up, which I have to pack up all my stuff, and it's filling me with a lot of anxiety. I just don't want to do it at all. So I might put it on this Fun Squad activity. Clean Joey's cabin. Might be the next new one. Do you have another question there, Rob?
Yeah, we have one more in here.
Pat from New York. I want to know if you're going to be on the cruise in May going to Turks and Caicos on the same ship.
I don't know where I'm going to be in May, I'll be honest with you. We have a cruise director Airtable, which you can find online if you go through the Carnival website, or John Heald, Uncle John, always posts it. I find out when you find out. They tell me, Joey, you're going over here. I'm like, okay, I'll come do that. And that's how I go. So all I know is where I'm up to until February, and then I go on vacation for a couple of months in February, and then I'll be back sometime in March, April, probably sometime in May time. But I don't think I'll be coming on here because Mark Hugh is the core cruise that's on here, so he's coming to replace me, and then he'll be here for a good run.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Laura from New York.
Hello.
And I want to know, do we get to meet the captain?
Do you get to meet the captain? He is, I'll be honest with you, this captain is very, very social. He is out and around all the time. I see him at coffee shop. If you're in the coffee shop, he's probably in the coffee shop, and he will buy you a coffee. He is that kind of guy. But he was out and about. When was he? We had the Q&A with him the other day. He came down. He'll be on the gangway in the morning tomorrow. He comes down and says goodbye to everybody. So he'll be out and about there as well. And like I say, he moves. He is in handover at the moment. We've got our new captain on board. Captain Claudio's here as well, so he's a little busy at the moment, but I'm sure he'll be out on the gangway to say goodbye to everybody when we're doing the debarkation. Not a problem. How are we looking over there? Edwina? We doing good? We nearly there? She's way too busy. Yes. Yes. Question in the middle. When am I getting married? 2025, September 1st. Everyone's invited. I've said bring the $100 and everyone's invited. What did I say? Oh, 21st, yeah. So you all know my anniversary before me. Over there. Hello. Why do we leave so early of Half Moon Cay? It's all to do with getting back to our next destination. It's all like very, and as well with Half Moon Cay, they get a lot of, they bring in a lot of the workers that are there as well. So there's not a lot of residences on there. So it's all to do with hours that they can work and things like that, alongside us getting to our next destination. It's all organised on that one. So, but I mean, if you like it, you should have stayed there. Like, just hide. All right, I think we're doing our last couple of sails on the bingo, and then we'll get started. You had a question? How much downtime do we have on the ship? So you can only work up to, you can work 12 hours with a 4-hour break in between. Most people, we work up to 8 hours a day. Get set up, man, get set up. We're ready when you are. I'm just talking. So yeah, so that's how it works, the hours. Now, one question I always get, I'll hit you with this one quick, is crazy situations. Stupid things that happen on a cruise. Happens to me all the time. My first ever cruise on the Liberty, it was on my second week. I did not know what I was doing at all. I was walking down, I got lost. I was walking down deck 2, guest corridors. I turned around into the elevator lobby, and there was a man asleep on the staircase, completely naked. So I woke him, I used something to wake him up. And he just said to me, get out of my cabin. Now, if that happened to me now, I would deal with that situation differently. However, I just decided to leave him there. I just left him there. That was beyond my pay grade at that time. And then the other crazy thing that's happened to me, I was once doing water shuttles on the Carnival Panorama, and it was during pandemic and we all still had masks on. So we got a new team member, and I'd not seen his face fully because he had masks on all the time. So all I knew that his name tag, he called himself Mustache. So I knew he had a distinctive mustache, that's all I knew. But I'd never seen this mustache, right? So we're on water shuttles, 5 a.m. start, we're getting everybody down, we're getting ready. He's not there, nowhere to be seen. So I go up to my computer, I get into my C entry where I can find out where everyone lives. I type him in, his name was Oscar, but he went by Mustache. Typed in Oscar, face came up, mustache, bang, got his cabin number, called his cabin, answered the phone, he's like, hello? I was like, mate, get downstairs now. I said, you're 20 minutes late, it's water shuttles, it's your first cruise, this isn't a good start, we need you downstairs in position, get downstairs deck 0 right now. Put the phone down, looked at the C entry, and I had called a guest. Yeah. So I was like, oh no. So this voice is very distinctive. There's not many people on the ship that have this voice. So I called him back, I was like, hey. And he goes, hello? And I was like, hey, it's the cruise director, Joey. And he just went, I thought it was you. And I was like, mate, I'm so sorry, go back to sleep. I said I was trying to get one of my crew members. We got the names mixed up. Bye. Put the phone down. About 2 hours later, we're doing the water shuttles process. Saying goodbye to everyone, getting everyone, clicking them on to the water shuttles. And I just heard from the staircase, yo, Joey, what time do you want me at work tomorrow? Turned around, it's just this guy with a mustache. I was like, yes, you took that very well. Thank you very much, sir. But yes, all right, we have closed our bingo sales. We are ready. Thanks for your questions, everybody. I'm going to pass it over to the main man when it comes to bingo. Please put your hands together for your bingo host with the most. It's Alvincible!
Oh yes, put your hands together for one of the best cruise directors on the 7 seas. Give it up for Joey! All right, who's ready?